This is the brand new RevR V5, and in this video we're gonna assemble it, top speed test it, and take it on a 20-mile ride. And then you guys are gonna have a chance to win this bike for free. And all you guys gotta do is wait till the end of the video to find out how. Let's get this bad boy unboxed. Here we go. Immediately I'm seeing some big tires and a really nice blue frame with the brown seat. That's a nice color scheme. Wow! See what's in this cube here. Woo! Headlight. So where is our charger? All right, let's see what you get in the box. We have front axle. We have a bunch of nuts and bolts, hardware, plastic wheel caps. This appears to be a toolkit. RevR branded. Wow, look at that. That's pretty sweet. That's awesome. Okay, we got a foot peg that appears to be a passenger foot peg, which I believe you can mount or not mount depending on if you want to be able to carry a passenger and have a place for their foot. And we have our standard pedals. These you obviously need to install. Those are nice looking though. And that's a good looking pedal. Big platform, good spikes, yep, metal. Passenger foot pegs. The last thing we always do when we assemble one of these bikes is we check every single bolt to make sure it's tight, because we want to be safe when we're out riding. This bike goes pretty fast, so we want to make sure our brakes are tight, make sure they actually pull and engage on the wheels, and just check every other bolt on the bike, make sure you're nice and secure. Let's dive into this new RevR V5. Coming in at only $999 and with free shipping, this bike really appears to be a great value. With a very large 48 volt 20 amp hour battery, they claim that you can get up to 60 to 80 miles of ride time. That is a much larger battery than a lot of this bike's competitors. With the large LCD center display, you can see all the metrics that you need to see. The 750 watt rear hub motor powers this bike to a top speed of 28 miles an hour. However, you do have to actually change some settings within the display to achieve that. We'll be showing you guys how to do that later on in the video. Some other awesome features that this bike has is dual suspension front and rear, as well as dual hydraulic disc brakes. So you get hydraulic disc in the front and in the rear. You also have passenger foot pegs if you ever wanted to ride this bike with two people. This bike has 20-inch tires that are 4 inches wide, so it will be very capable of riding on gravel roads, dirt roads, and even some sand. All in all, the RevR V5 really seems like the complete package. Let's get it out on the road and test it out. All right guys, we got the RevR V5 up on the scale without the battery. We're at 75.8 pounds. Okay, let's go ahead and clip it on just so you guys can show you guys the weight of either option. With the battery, 85.6 pounds. You guys can do the math if you want to know how much the battery weighs on its own, but it is super quick to just pop on and off if you need to. All right guys, as we do this ride, we're gonna track our mileage with a GPS cycling computer here so that we can see how far we end up going, and so you guys can kind of get a rough estimate of how much range each bike model has. So as we go through the ride, I'll give you guys updates on how far we've gone. I'm just gonna be riding in the highest power level, going max speed. That's what I like to do. So far so good on the RevR V5. We've been cruising at a steady 28 miles an hour into a headwind. So this bike's doing really well because we literally got probably well, it's got to be a 5 to 10 mile an hour headwind. I think when we turn around and go back the other way, it's going to be way quieter talking to the mic. We're going to be able to go this same speed with a lot less power being used. It's awesome. So far, let's see how far we've gone. We're at 7.6 miles on the GPS. And like I said, we're cruising at 27-ish miles an hour. on GPS, 28 on the display. So as we do that, let's see how the RevR does.
All right, more initial thoughts. It's quiet, it's very quiet, and it just is smooth, very smooth ride. And yeah, I mean, it's got good fat tires, so it just feels like a beach cruiser on this trail right here. It's pretty nice. Oh, we got some kids pulling, strapped up to this bike. What the heck? They were all three strapped to each other, and then all three of them were strapped to that guy on the bicycle. There goes another e-bike. The brakes are good. I'm excited to bed them in more. Every time you get a new bike, you gotta kind of squeeze and work the brakes. Lance is distracting me. He's over there off-roading. But yeah, once they're bedded in, it'll be a lot better. There Lance goes, doing his wheelies. Wish I could keep up with him.
All right, guys, we're doing good on the RevR V5. So far, so good. Romney's taking his turn on it. We just stopped at the park, got our heads wet because it's 100 today in Utah. We're blasting, cooking. You having a good time on that thing?
Yeah, that's good. I like it a lot. Although this twist throttle, I've never used one before, and it's kind of chafing my thumb right here.
Yeah, I think you either got to go full twist throttle or thumb throttle.
Yeah.
None of this half,
It's a
half or in between garbage.
There.
You got to be one or the other. You got to either go like a moto, like this, or just do a little trigger like everyone else.
Thumb throttle's nice.
Yeah, throttles aren't bad at all.
Doing some off-roading in this grassy park. Hit the jump. Yeah. I actually got my front tire off the ground a little more than I thought I would. That was awesome. Thirsty?
Yeah. Well, it's like 100 today.
This
And this thing sucks.
It ain't 100, it's like 93.
It's 99 today.
It is?
It really is.
Not with
It's
this wind.
So it doesn't feel as hot, but this ain't working, so this is what you gotta do.
Wow. That's innovative right there. It's the host of Zap E-Rides, everybody. Right there.
All right, guys, so far our ride on the RevR V5 is going well. As you can tell, it's very windy, like my hair is blowing in the wind, and we're about to turn around and have a wicked tailwind all the way back home, so that's gonna be fun. We have gone 9.2 miles so far. Our battery is reading 3 bars out of 5 left, and we've been riding for, how long? 29 minutes, and we've been just steady in the highest power level, level 5, and we have unlocked this bike. Now, if you just bought one of these and only goes 20 miles an hour out of the box, let me show you how to unlock it. Come over here. So, once your bike's on, you're gonna hold both the plus and the minus, and then it's gonna take you to here. So it says P01. You're gonna push the power button over here on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 8. And then you're gonna change this number to 67 like I have it set using the plus and minus buttons here on the side. You can see I can toggle it. It's changing it, it's going down. Change that to 67 specifically when you're on P08, and then just don't do anything, and the bike will just go back to the main screen after a few seconds and get out of the settings menu. And now, if I lift it up and show you guys, come look at the speedo. Now, if I hold full throttle, it's going 28 miles an hour, where previously it would only go 25. So now we have our full max speed unlocked. And for reference, I weigh about 200 pounds. I'm 6'3", and this bike could still go 28 miles an hour into a headwind on a flat trail. So that's pretty impressive. I think for the price point of $1,000, this bike really isn't too bad. I think the quality level is good. It's not as good as some of the more expensive bikes, but you really get a lot with this. You do get the gears, the shifting, the hydraulic disc brakes. You get the 28 mile an hour top speed, which some more expensive bikes don't get. Like the bike we reviewed last week couldn't go 28, and it was like $500 or $600 more than this bike. So all in all, we're pretty stoked on it so far. We got to get some more miles on it and see how the range ends up. Let's keep riding. Well guys, it's Lance back on the RevR V5. I gotta say, it is very nice cruising with a tailwind. I can just tell I'm using less power, less battery, smoother. I can hear myself talk. Headwinds are just the worst. I'm sure a lot of you guys would agree with me on that. No matter what you're doing, a headwind just sucks. It's a beautiful day today. I'm enjoying these kind of bikes a lot. They're smooth, they're quiet. What we talked about with the twist throttle, the half twist, I don't love that, but it's not like a deal breaker for me. I'm quite impressed with these brakes. They're very strong. Like, let's just do a little brake stop here. Let's see how this bike handles the railroad tracks. Ba-doom, 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 ba-doom. Suspension's not too bad. Kind of very typical for these style of e-bike. Nothing too special. All right, guys, GPS update. We're at 13.7 miles on the GPS, still holding 27 to 28 miles an hour. Our bike says it's down to 1 bar of battery, but I don't really believe it. I think we got more than it seems. And so yeah, 13.8 miles, we're doing good. Through the tunnel we go. There's some alpacas. Dang. See all kinds of weird wildlife here in Utah. We just got back from the ride. Let's recap how it went and how far we actually went. So on our GPS, we ended up going about 16 miles, and that was pretty much on a completely flat ride. We didn't really climb any elevation gain at all, mostly paved paths as you guys saw. And I was in the highest power level riding full throttle the entire time. I don't really care about going 10 miles an hour. I want to go the top speed. So we went 28 the entire way into the headwind, back the other direction. It definitely was using less power going with a tailwind compared to the headwind. Obviously that's going to be the case, but I think the RevR did phenomenal, and the battery range seems to be really good. I think it's going to go actually quite a bit further than we rode today. It was flashing 2 bars left out of 5, but I think there really is a lot left based on the capacity of this battery. And if you're a lighter rider, you're also going to go significantly further. So the RevR V5 did great on our ride. Well guys, that is going to wrap up our full review of the RevR V5. And as a reminder, if you guys want to win this very bike, all you got to do is go check out all the information down in the video description. Essentially, you need to subscribe to the ZapD Rides channel, you need to like this video, and you need to comment on this video. And please go look at all the info down in the video description. It's very particular on what you guys need to do to enter for free. Hopefully you win. We'll catch you guys next video. See ya.